All right, we're at week 3, and this is the palette that I used this week. I like many of these colors. You'll notice a lot of pink, reds, just one orange it looks like. I probably could have used another orange. I also felt like I needed more browns, but when I look at it, maybe not. So this is the palette. This is also the book that I used. It is called Lita Art Supply, so it is soft. Unlike the one, my favorite, which is the Royal Talon, this one is hard. But I also like the paper in this better because it didn't, I'm gonna do a little side-by-side comparison, just holding an empty sheet of paper. Yes, this is a little bit thicker, so it can handle the markers well, to include microns, which I think every sketchbook should be able to handle. This did not. Even the microns came through, but that's fine. So it is what it is. So this one runs about $20 for this 5x8 size, where these are 10. But I just love these. I love these. Anyways, okay. So I grabbed this book to work in, though I don't seem to work in the pages just straight through. I go back, find pages I don't like, redo them, whatever, work on them. So something like this, where I definitely painted and used Sharpie, it comes through the page. This is normal for Sharpie. So for this though, I would want to cover this with paint to hide most of this guy before I do anything on him. And I don't have paint with me right now, or I'm not taking it to the house. So this would be something that I would work, you know, at the studio where I'm at right now with. All right, so let's thumb through and I'll show you what I have done this week. I saw this poster somewhere and painted it. This week, I just quickly drew it. Hide your frizz. I think it's so cute. But let me thumb through quickly for what I've done this week. When this book is completely done, I will do a whole tour of it. So I can't remember what I used for a reference. I'm sure this is a famous person. But then I decided the famous person gets pink hair. I didn't do his hair, don't know why. Definitely like a little fashion model thing here that I thought was cute. But I was like, oh, let me just draw it out. You know what? Now, I don't think I've ever shown this, but this is actually one of my photos when we lived in Germany. I was driving, literally looked up and there was a heart-shaped cloud. So I just drew this based off a, you know, a picture on my phone. This is me, a photo that I took a couple weeks ago. What is hilarious is, I mean, I really went in on these jowls, but it's at the mine that's at the top of our street here. I liked the background with me in it. Did this whole spread. This guy, I see him everywhere online. He is actually he's a Mexican sculptor. I believe he is blind. And yeah, so, but he has photos everywhere because he is truly photogenic. And then this lady, I added these words, spicy bride, but I just thought it was funny. So I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like an older woman. I don't really, yeah, wrinkles aren't my thing completely, but we'll get there. I did this. I keep playing around with like, oh, I'm gonna do full body. When I do it, don't like it. It is what it is. I saw a fun poster. I just thought it was cute. I'm like, oh, let me do it. And it was on top of a page, as you can see, with a lot of Sharpie that came through. So typically, like, this kind of bothers me because you can definitely see what it is underneath. I would like to cover it with paint and then put this on top. Is typically how I do it. I just messed around with her a little bit, messed around with this flower, adding more dimension with oil pastels. So this is a little bit too, I don't know, illustrative maybe, not painterly enough for me, but I did it on top of a lot of paint. Same here. So you can see I have notes, and then I did paint, and then I did my drawing, but I didn't go back in and color it in. So I may do that later, but you can see just the black and white on it. And let's see it. Here we go. This is one I did. I did a class on Patreon, and we had this woman. I didn't feel drawn to it, but I was like, let me just do it. But I look at it and I'm like, ugh, I shouldn't have even done it. But this is when I showed, this is my favorite thing. I love when there's already color on the page and then I put something on top. I also like it when it is warm colors. So I really, really dig it. It's like my favorite thing. I can tell I did the same thing here. I just did it right on top of the paint. I don't like the paint to cover everything. I just like smudges of it, and I love it. It's like my favorite thing. Here's something I didn't like. I definitely didn't like their hair, but I got this from National Underwear Day. There's all these photos online, National Underwear Day, and these people are like trying to light cigarettes off each other. I just left it here, didn't dig it. I actually just drew her because I want to say this was a model. I literally just liked the collar on her shirt. So I was like, I'm totally gonna draw her. Happy National Underwear Day to all those who celebrate is what I wrote. And it's on August 5th. If you want to catch it next year, you definitely should. I did her only because I liked her like hair thing. Another one where I was like, oh my gosh, I really like the hair accoutrements. This one, love the little neck dill. Now these, I think these would be so much more cooler if I put like some stars that I collaged or whatever. And I might do that later. Who knows? We'll see. The next spread, somebody in a bathing suit. And then this chick. I added this hat to her later, and you can tell. Like, I should have dropped it a little bit lower, but you know what I mean? When I look at this later and say I want to recreate this on a canvas, I can look at it right away and be like, okay, I know what I need to do different. I need to make sure that hat is like either not as tall or drop it lower on her face. And that's what's so great about having sketchbooks. So I just have these pages left to finish, but I'm going to switch sketchbooks again for next week. All right, that's the tour for this week. I'll see you all again next week. Ciao.